Hi, I'm Susan Odell. Welcome to the Foodell Kitchen. Fish is such a good food. You're going to want to make a lot of it. It's easy to cook, it's versatile, it's good for you, and it cooks really fast. So let's have a look at 4 things that you need to consider when you're buying your fish. First of all, fish needs to be really fresh if you're buying it fresh. And we're going to frozen fish here in just a second. But if the fish is fresh, you want to look for fish, first of all, that smells like the sea, not like bad fish that you don't want in your house. You want it to have that nice salty, briny aroma. You also want to look at the flesh, and it should be nice and firm to the touch. If you can, or get your fishmonger to do this, press your finger onto the flesh, and if it leaves an indentation, that probably means it's past its prime, and don't buy it. You want it to be nice and firm to the touch. Also, look at the skin if it's still on. It should be shiny and moist with no spots or discoloration. Those are really good indications of fresh fish. The 4th thing you want to look at when buying fresh fish is the sustainability aspect. We've got to start thinking about this because our oceans are very much overfished. There's a lot of farmed fish out there that's really good, and there's a lot of fresh fish that's really caught in a sustainable way so that the fish can have time to regenerate and that we'll be able to eat, say, salmon for the rest of our lives and hopefully in future generations too. So go to seafoodwatch.org. That'll tell you all you need to know about what fish to buy, what's the best choice versus what's an acceptable alternative. There are really only 2 things you need to do to prepare the fish to cook. One is to make sure there aren't any extra bones in there and to remove them if there are. And the second is to remove the skin. You're not always going to remove the skin, but a lot of times you are. So let's have a look at how to do that. So on fish fillets, a lot of times you get big pin bones, especially in salmon. This is a nice piece of halibut that I'm using here. All you want to do is run your fingers through any seams and around the edges, and it'll tell you immediately if there's any bones in there. These are fish tweezers. They've got a nice flat top on them. If you eat a lot of fish, it's worth paying the money for some good fish tweezers. They're not that expensive. They just enable you to really get inside the fish, find the bone, and pull it out without any trouble at all. The next thing you're going to want to do is remove the skin. This is a nice piece of halibut skin, so I'm going to do this by using my filleting knife. A filleting knife has a long, very narrow blade, and it's flexible, so it's going to allow me to get between the flesh of the skin and the skin and remove it without taking too much fish with it. What you want to do is find a little corner between the skin and the fish fillet and insert your knife in that corner. Get yourself a little finger hold on the skin. Then you're going to leave your fish on the board, and you're not going to move your knife. Your knife is angled just slightly on the board, facing down with the blade facing towards the board, and then you're just going to wriggle the skin back and forth, with your knife staying just slightly angled towards the board. Your skin comes off in one piece, your halibut is nice and still all intact, and you're ready to cook. Fresh fish is always a wonderful thing, but wild fish, almost all wild fish, has a season. So if you're buying out of season, say salmon or halibut, look for frozen fish. A lot of fish is caught and frozen right on the boat. As long as it stays frozen throughout the whole traveling process, it'll be in really good shape by the time you get it home. Don't buy something that says it was previously frozen and it's sitting in the case looking like it's fresh. You don't know how long it's been thawed, and it'll probably be a little bit towards the end of its useful life. So look in the frozen food section and try and find good frozen fish when it's not in season in the fresh cabinet. The best way to ensure that you're buying good quality fish is to buy it from a reputable fishmonger. It might be the person at your local grocery store, or you might have to go to a specialty fish shop. Ask around, ask a lot of questions. They should know about what sustainable seafood is, they should know what fresh fish is in season, and they should know what farmed fish is good quality. So ask around, and once you can trust your fishmonger, you can buy whatever they have because you know it's going to be good. Bon appetit!
Okay, let's do that again from the top. A little more energy in your voice. Take 2 and smiling action.